What are you doing there? Sat down quiet.
I'm not going to be loud, am I? Another award for you?
Yeah, not for me. For you, for us.
For the team.
The team.
For the team.
It's a team, Kieran. Who'd have thought it, eh?
I know. Come a long way.
Come a long way, but we're not too sure where we... Do.
What one's that?
You won that last year, didn't you, for Monday Night Football?
Yeah.
Television show.
Which one? This
SJA,
award?
yeah. Carragher won it last year.
The team won it.
The team won it.
Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah, well done.
Key.
Roy, well done on winning.
Yeah, I'm bringing it out.
Yeah, Roy.
Did you go to the
No,
awards?
we were doing the game. We were doing the game, England game.
Ian Wright presented it to him.
Yeah, righty.
Because that he had
All
to
the
do it.
more.
Oh, on the night?
Yeah, so...
Oh, was it one of them on the night where they can't be with us?
I can't be with
No,
it.
yeah, so
I sent a video, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Roy...
I'd love to be there with you tonight. No, you wouldn't.
Sorry, I can't make it. Yeah.
Roy. And then Roy, it's all funny, and then he turned all, like, serious, like, yeah, well, we don't do it for awards.
Yeah.
A bit like...
Yeah, thank the team.
A bit like
the team behind the team.
The team.
A bit like a Dutch barn ad, basically, Roy, accepting that award.
Oh, you were on about tattoos. Them lads who got them legacy caps. That's a good one for you to get your number.
Yeah.
You know what number were you, England
yeah.
player? What, do you know what number you...
1022 I was.
What?
To have played?
The number, like,
Did I see-
the caps, what you get a number when you get the caps. So I was a 1022nd player that played for
I
him.
saw that the other day.
Viv Anderson and Luther Bliss.
Luther Bliss, yeah.
But the number of... What
So before the England game, they get
they
presented.
got legacy cap for like what player when they made their
So
debut.
they were the 1,022
Yeah, something like that.
play for
So
it.
what?
Oh.
Have you had one? Number.
No, I haven't had one.
But would you get that number? I'm serious.
That's the number I'd get,
Can you
1022.
please get us a legacy cap, FA?
No, I think they're obviously the do when they get round here.
I think everybody, yeah.
There's ahead of
So
you.
every player now, the next one on the...
I'm guessing so, however they do it, yeah.
And it's anyone who's represented England, isn't it? It's not like you need to have 100.
Do you get a cap or like a shirt frame shirt?
Yeah, cap.
But why did they just send it to you? And so send everyone's together?
Fuss of them going to Wembley.
No, but Viv Anderson and Luther Bliss, they were
But if you've got like, there must be like, if
Of course, there must be.
Luther Bliss it was 1,000, then we must be at nearly like 1,600, 700 now. There's only like, to have six...
A lot of them would have passed away, older players, Gary.
My number's 1,064, I was being told.
Yeah, but would you get...
What's Carragher's?
But would you get that tattooed now? That's what I'm saying to you. Would you get...
That's a good tattoo, girl. I like it, Roy.
I'm not sure that's...
No?
No, I'm not feeling that a little bit.
Right.
No, that's not something that a lot of people can do, though.
You're 1,092.
Check if my... Gary,
No, 1,092.
1,092.
Oh, sorry, yeah, would have been 1,100.
What was mine, Gary? See if mine was 1,022.
What's Carragher? What's Wrighty's?
I'm glad you're not my accountant.
Hi,
I do
guys.
better in cash.
You're 1,022.
Thank you.
I do.
Jamie, I'm going to get it here.
1,000 and what?
1,022.
What number were you? Do you know?
Number what?
International player for the women's team.
Jill, I love that shirt.
What do you
It's
mean
gorgeous, isn't it?
international
It is. I
player
thought it was a
number?
Man City.
Brilliant.
I did.
Brilliant, that shirt.
Nike.
Yeah.
I feel like
She's
love
a
what they've done.
designer.
You look great, Jill.
on this show is selling something.
I'm not selling Nike. I don't think they're relying on me to
I know,
sell
but
Nike.
slightly.
There's definitely a brand deal going on over
Hell of
there.
a- hell of a
Look at your
deal.
face. You know there's a little brand deal going on.
Brand deal?
The hoodie, the glasses, and the hat are brand led.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
I don't even know who
You can
these
tell
are.
by that dirty laugh.
Obviously,
Obviously, at the moment, or what is it?
I am M&S man, but like, obviously,
You're
I
a
wear
brand
Adidas.
yourself, aren't you? You're a brand.
I'm not.
Righty.
You're like Coca-Cola. Yeah, he is.
Uncle Righty.
Yeah.
You should bring out your own clothing range.
No. That's not a good
Tried
idea.
that.
No. You know, you get too many people. I ain't buying that from him.
Yeah,
I ain't
but,
buying his gear.
yeah, but for
say
everyone
that?
that wouldn't,
People say
someone
that.
would,
I don't know.
definitely.
Who would say that, Wrighty, about you?
Maybe it's me just being negative. Just being in the car for 4
You're
hours.
a national treasure.
Who? No chance.
Yeah, but why are you so popular?
I know.
Nothing special about you.
Obviously. No, Roy. Just.
but people like
just
you, don't they?
Just level, innit I?
You like...
I'm just.
They think
You know
you're
what it
mad at
is?
the
I
people.
take,
They
no,
think
not
you're
mad
like-
at people. No, I'm just like. I'm just very.
serious.
No. I'm just trying to say. I'm just very chilled about it. I'm very fortunate to be where I am. I know that.
I
but
think
you
you
know
and
what, that's-
I think you and Jill are the most liked on this show.
Do you think? No. People
I'm
love
chucking in.
Roy. Honestly, people come up with us in the street
People
and
love
like,
Gary.
I love
People
Roy.
love you.
No,
And
I
I'm
don't. I
like,
don't. I
Yeah,
don't
but you're
feel
thinking. Yeah, because it's amplified more, isn't it? The negativity. People love you.
Yeah.
What's they doing? How many times people say things? Where's Jamie? Or Jamie back? Where's Jill? Where's Roy? Well, Roy's always here. He's never going to miss one.
When you're missing from the show, do you get loads
Roy's
of people
never
to write underneath? Where's Jamie? Where's Jamie?
No,
player.
everyone thinks I missed this show.
I know.
Because Liverpool
I was there
lose.
Yeah, they
yesterday.
do. You got
no, man, it's just
Pundit
pure
of
love.
the Year. Does it actually mean a lot to you to win that? And don't be all
True,
like,
Flip.
no. Because it's a good award, isn't it?
Yeah, but you're part of a team, aren't you?
Yes, Jay.
You're always part of a team. When you
Yeah.
do the games, when we're here today, there's people in the... So you can't go on an ego trip thinking it's just about you.
I think
So you like that one, though, you know, when do you ever win Manager of the Month and the manager gets like all the staff there and all?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but not the masseurs.
Yeah.
All the staff, but not the masseurs. You stay inside. Yeah, but listen, managers then go overboard with that, don't they? They have hundreds in the picture.
Yeah.
But
Because it's everyone. It's a team game, isn't
It's
it?
a team.
No, but
Look,
well done.
When we do the games on Sundays or with ITV or with Sky, they're long days, so it's the people in the background and they
Keep you going.
keep you going.
Yeah. Oh, well, congrats.
Do you enjoy the international? Obviously, you don't work. Did you go away?
I'm struggling. I mean, we'll talk. You went to Malta to watch. How was it? Did you watch his
Yes.
game?
Everywhere I went, I was saying, tell Gary I was asking about him.
I love it over there.
I know. You seem like you know everyone over
I
there.
do. No, I tried to get you a hotel. So I booked him a hotel, and he cancelled it.
Was it the Dragon
No.
That's a
This
bit-
did not happen.
booked him a hotel.
This sums Gary Neville up, right? We're at Wembley for the cup final. I've told him I'm going to... The trip's booked. My family are going. We're staying. Everything's okay. And he went... you know what? I'll send you the text. What's the fella's name? Was it Mark? Yeah. This text is brilliant. So he's telling
It's
me...
a nice hotel now.
Is it the Dragon
I'm staying in a
one?
lovely hotel at Corinthia. It's a lovely hotel, right? Mark Malta, yeah. Mark It's always going to be Mark Malta.
Right.
So he's saying, Cara, no, you're doing this, you're doing this. I'm like, oh my God, it's booked. Stay out of it. Don't worry. We'll go again. Don't worry about it. So that's what the fella says. Fucking
It's a lot of conversation.
Look, so
trying to
after
get a-
the game,
he's
I'm
trying
not
to
in the
get a
greatest.
deal.
I'm not in the greatest mood anyway. After the game,
Why?
Mark Malta Hotel. Looking forward to hosting you, Jamie. We will organise pick-up at the airport and make sure you and your family have a great time. I can put my hotel team in touch with via email or WhatsApp. I've said no, take no notice of them. I've booked it all now, but in the summer we'll come back. I'm done. And he's put, Jamie, I am ignoring you. Gary's the boss.
He said that. He put the wrong hotel, so I said to him, I'll sort you out.
Happy wife, happy life.
Happy, what was he put that? Oh, that was at the end.
Oh, keep the missus happy.
Yeah, but I'm like, we went and had a look, we had a drink there. It's a lovely hotel, don't get me wrong, it might be too nice. No, but it was like...
Oh, did you change then? Did you change?
No,
You just went for a drink just to be...
I couldn't change even if I wanted to. I'm getting bullied by him. You know what I mean?
You just go just to like say, yeah, we came, so...
We had a little drink, had a look. It was a really nice hotel. Probably... It's like a boutique hotel.
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
And what was the games like? Was
The
that must
games-
have been so proud.
Did he say he started, right?
Yeah, started both games. Well, wasn't sure he would. Obviously, it's the first time he's been there. But the first game they played Finland. Should have got took out of it. I mean, like, played really well second half. Got beat 1-0 and then went to Poland away.
No, but how did he play when you were watching him? What was it like?
Did you go to Poland as well?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we had a proper trip, like, yeah. The Carragher's on tour, yeah. It's like the old England game. No, yeah.
Was it okay watching him? Yeah.
I wasn't nervous.
What was the score against Poland?
They got beat 2-0. Yeah. I wasn't nervous, but I could see my dad was a bit nervous before the games. It was a big game, 50,000 there. Yeah. And what do you do when you're nervous?
Have a drink.
Do you have a drink?
I was going to say go to the toilet.
But no, it was good. I wanted Lewandowski to start. You know, you think But he came on.
Right.
He came on, but he did all right.
Played against him. Did he get his shot?
He did, actually.
Hey!
He was up against him at the end in the last 20 minutes, yeah. My big thing has always been, don't put yourself before the team or the club this season. This is too important.
He is a level with Bellingham. That's where I see it.
What?
He knows that's right.
You just said 4-3-3 before that. For Foden, you
Absolute tool.
That team you just put out there.
Not a bad team, is it?
Great team.
Glenn Hoddle's team.
No,
I'm not sure.
What, that team?
No goalkeeper.
No.
Oh, yeah.
He's not an out-and-out winger. But I do agree in them 2 advanced positions. He is technically on the half turn with his through balls.
Yeah, but wherever he's playing, he's
World
not
class.
playing well.
I've explained this.
Gary,
I've explained this. Stop it. He's got a big mural outside Anfield.
Oh, you've all got murals. You haven't got a mural in Liverpool. You can do it.
You've got one.
Gary's got one in Liverpool.
We've got a little surprise coming up. So, in you come, Cara.
Cara.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, this is a surprise. Didn't know you were coming.
Surprise.
I'll give you my seat.
Thanks. You should.
I'm the only gentleman here.
Tell us about this. Tell us what you've been up to.
So, yeah, I started about 4 years ago, and I've been really poorly. And yeah, it was kind of something I started researching because I was really struggling with my health, and I was diagnosed with lupus. So it kind of came out of the blue, and I just was about to start my dream teaching job. And so yeah, I started looking into my diet because I really didn't want to just rely on like steroids and immunosuppressants. So I started researching about gut health and all things about wellness, and then realised how little there were, you know, in stores that were kind of not processed and had nasties in. And so I started thinking about, what if I created a food that everyone could reach for and enjoy? And I started eating, you know, really gut-friendly whole foods. And yeah, I was amazed to see kind of my health returning, because yeah, I'd been really, really poorly. Obviously, my family have played a massive role in this and helped me out so much. But yeah, it's been incredible because now it's finally on shelves. So
there was
yeah.
nothing. So when you weren't well in that, there was nothing. There's nothing out there for you in respects of that can make you feel better.
Yeah, so it was a real struggle for me.
What was the kind of things you was going for?
Yeah, so, well, I was trying to eat kind of like, when I was like recovering, really gut-friendly, like whole foods, like healthy fats, things like that. But yeah, I even cereals on shelves, I realised that there was such a need for kind of products that didn't have processed ingredients, that didn't have artificial additives. And being a school teacher as well, it was so clear to me that like many children started the day off with such horrible cereals that had so many ingredients. So yeah, this is kind
It's unbelievable how bad cereal is for you.
yeah.
The cereal that we all grew up eating, Rice Krispies or cornflakes.
Oh, it's ultra processed. Yeah, so bad.
There's so much sugar, isn't there, in like normal cereals? Do you want to do? Is that why you pick cereal, like breakfast, most important meal of the day?
Cereals just are like renowned for how awful they are. Yeah.
That's so tasty, though.
Thank you. It's good with a bit of milk.
I wouldn't expect you to say that.
It helps with hair loss.
These ones are the best. Chocolate.
This is like Dragon's Den when you've got to you try the thing. Whether it's the food or the...
I'm following you on Instagram, but you've actually got into some stores, haven't you, already?
Yes, so we're in Whole Foods, Selfridges and Planet Organic. And hopefully more to come. But yeah, this last week we were just in Kensington Whole Foods, and we sold out, which I was really emotional about, because it was honestly, really...
You sold out in the day, like, when you were there?
Yeah, so we sold out like in the space of a few days.
People come and ask you your story as well, Cara. How you tell them the story?
I just love hearing from people, and so many people have reached out about their own kind of health journeys. And that, for me, if I can share that and help someone, that's the main goal with it.
And what about, what was it affecting your body, your skin? What was happening
so
to you?
when I have a flare-up, so with lupus, your autoimmune system kind of attacks its own tissue. So for me, it attacks my skin, and so that includes like my hair. At the moment, I'm having a bit of a flare-up, but...
Have you got a picture of how it goes when you're doing it?
Yeah, so I have, I had lots of hair loss. I had alopecia, and the joint pain was so bad. I was like bedbound for 2 months. It was really scary. So yeah, I feel like hopefully I can help people, because so many people are reaching out on the back of this. So yeah, and everyone kind of goes on their own health journey, and like talking to people about it is really lovely. So yeah, hopefully I can help people.
Oh, it's amazing. So amazing.
Roy, are you proud?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm proud of all my kids. Yeah, good stuff.
Do you like it?
It must have been.
Main question.
Do you like it?
I like the original. Yeah, beautiful. I do like
I like the cinnamon.
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
so
God,
nice.
you
Yeah.
like it?
But Roy,
So,
What's your most popular one?
do you know, shockingly, the cinnamon one.
is it?
Yeah.
One the girls like.
See, I think children like the chocolate one as well, because it's like a healthier Cocoa Pops or Nesquik chocolate balls without all the nasties. But yeah, the cinnamon's been...
Well, I was going to ask you, so when Cara's going through all that and you're seeing what she's going through, you must have been worried yourself.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because she's obviously taken it upon herself to find something. So
Yeah,
what
of course,
what was it like for you?
Well, not easy, but you try and help them and support them. And your mother was more hands-on than me, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, she's amazing.
I have to be honest.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Your mum is amazing.
Oh,
isn't
she
she?
is.
Yeah.
Your dad's nice too, but your mum's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Oh no! And even this last week, we've been in the Whole Foods in Kensington, and me and Mum were just at the front of Kensington, like, giving out cereal. But she helps with everything, so yeah, I'm very
So
lucky.
lovely.
Yeah.
So, are you going to do more?
I was at home
food?
by myself, wasn't I? Going downhill fast.
You're
Yeah, you and
wasting
your mother were
away. I know.
living on
Do
bananas.
you know what? We did get. I had a missed call, and then I was saying, "Oh God, you know what's happening here?" And he's like, "How can I reheat this stew? It's 3." I thought it was an emergency. He's like, "How do I reheat this stew?" I was like, "Oh my
Who's the
God."
honey? Yeah.
You actually, when they leave the house, you can't cook, can you?
I survive.
Or like
No, I
look after
survive.
yourself?
I survive, but I miss them when they're away.
Yeah. And you like your breakfast and things. Like you go out for
Have a
a bit of
little
food every
routine,
now
yeah,
and again.
yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's great stuff. That's great
Really
stuff.
good. Yeah.
Are you going to do more foods?
I would love to,
Yeah.
and hopefully do more like cereal flavours. But I'd love to do like a no-nut nut butter for anyone with allergies, so they can reach for it. And yeah, just take away the worry of people reaching for a food and having that anxiety about ingredients.
Yeah.
Because I know I definitely feel that. So yeah, just hopefully people can just think they can reach for it.
You know what you're teaching then? Can you sort of try and educate the kids on this type of thing? Is that part of like curriculum? Or is that just something you
I'd
can...
love to. I feel like that should be a bigger thing in schools. Just, what to be, fueling your body with. Because, I think that's something that definitely should be a bigger focus. And yeah, I'm not teaching at the moment, but I love teaching, and yeah, this is kind of the sole focus. But hopefully, I'd love to go back into it. So yeah.
But when you started, you asked me, you said, will you support me with... I was like, yeah, you go for it, girl, whatever. And then we started having business meetings, and can I have some money, Daddy? That was all the business meetings.
My business loan.
Quite short
don't
meetings.
worry. Yeah.
They were really short. I just go, yeah, take it, whatever you need.
Nice.
Well, thanks for the hoodie.
You're right.
It was more than what I thought,
love
to get a
it.
company up and running, and it's been hard work, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, do you know what?
The ups
It's
and downs.
been
Yeah.
such a roller coaster, and I suppose like the highs are really high, but it's more. It definitely is more of the lows. And like, gosh, even with pitching, oh my gosh, like last year I'd be pitching to Whole Foods, and I had like an empty box at that time, but you just kind of put yourself out there. I was like, oh my God, when I think back, I'm like, what was I doing? But no, the feedback's been incredible. So I just need to remember, like, hopefully this will be helpful to a lot of children, adults out there.
So what shops are these in now then?
So Selfridges and Whole Foods and Planet Organic. So yeah, those at the moment, and some more kind of coming up soon. So yeah, it's exciting. Yeah,
Did he
very
make you
nerve-wracking.
pitch to him? Did you have to pitch it?
No, you've done a few kind of presentations.
Yeah, genuinely, yeah.
Yeah, like practice.
Yeah,
a bit of
yeah.
practice, yeah.
Yeah,
Right
it's
with him.
like a bit of a plan. Yeah.
That's really good, that is, because no one's going to be that stone-faced. No, seriously. Can you imagine pitching in front of him? He's going to be that's quite intimidating. If you can do him, you can do anyone.
It is. Everyone sees him. Everyone sees him as he is, obviously, here
Yeah.
on camera. But what's he
Yeah.
like at home?
Oh, God.
Come on, here we go.
I feel like now's the time to go on.
There we go.
No, do you know what? He is like the most supportive person. But he definitely loves his routine. Like if that is off kilter, we know about it. Like if there's a delivery coming that he's not kind of aware of.
For Amazon or
Oh
something.
my God.
Oh, yeah, mate.
The poor Amazon delivery man.
You would not believe how much we get delivered to our house. Kids, clothes.
No, but he is great. Yeah, you have your funny moments, don't you? So yeah.
Don't we all?
Yeah. So
It's good though. It's been a good, good drive up to this point.
Yeah, it's been so good. Yeah.
What's the next step?
Everyone's
What's next?
Yeah, so
Getting you to
hopefully-
invest.
Well,
No
can we
pressure,
all
Gary.
invest?
Oh my God, get on board.
Imagine
Well,
me- imagine me
hopefully-
going down
Imagine
Gary, share all of it.
But I will.
Imagine the board
I will.
meeting.
Don't worry, Jill.
I'll be like, the woman
You're
that
so
gives the
sweet.
nectarine because that's all she's got. So I give more than these.
No, we'll have our little ones in your in the cafe.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a little
Brilliant.
collab.
we
Yeah.
could do that.
Gary's Hotels, there we go.
Yes.
We're up
Gosh,
and running.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Matrix.
That-
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
But I hope you liked it.
Yeah.
It's
Really
so
good.
nice.
Yeah.
Chocolate one's the
So
best.
nice, honestly.
Chocolate one's the best.
Brilliant.
Oh.
You have to go now.
I know, I got some.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't leave
done,
us.
Sarah.
Don't
Well done,
leave
thank
us.
you.
Stay
Well done,
here.
thank you.
Brilliant, Cara.
That was
Thank
brilliant.
you, Cara.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by Sky Bet. So, where are we going?
From cereal to...
International football, no.
We know we're going to Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Oh, Trent.
And the noise that's coming out, I don't know where the noise is coming from, but it looks like there's a bit of, I suppose, traction building around him going to Real Madrid. I mean, it's been going for a bit, but it feels like it's getting quite serious this week.
Yeah, but I always think this international break, when you think about it, everything stops the football. I think it probably is a time when every club are getting the things in order, Andy, for the summer. You know, speaking to agents, who's coming, who's going. So it was always going to blow up at some stage with this.
The right time to blow up. Feels like it's been dropped in, doesn't it? Toes?
Yeah, I'm amazed. I'm amazed a player like Trent and these top players haven't already agreed with a club.
You probably have, haven't they?
Do you reckon it's all done and already signed?
This feels like the first step of sort of getting probably Liverpool fans used to the fact that he's probably going to leave. It's almost like a...
What do you think? What
No, but I'm saying it probably feels like it's a...
Right.
I mean...
Yeah, I mean, when you look at
Where are you at
it,
with
people say the reaction, and people always look at social media now, but it's like, social media is that toxic and that, you know, he shouldn't play for the club again, or Slot shouldn't play him, or
But
things
why,
like
Jim?
that.
Why
I know. No, what I'm saying is, that's not, people use that now as the barometer of like, the fans of it. It's like, but it's just a mad place, isn't it? It's not what normal...
But you know, in other sports, a lot of players and managers make announcements in loads of other sports that they're leaving at the end of the season. Happens, loads of sports.
Well, Klopp did it last year.
Yeah, but soccer teams, when the player's contract's up, and obviously I know there's more to it, he's a local, I get all that a little bit, but what is the big issue? Why would people hold that against
I think
him?
when you look at...
His brother's getting a bit as well, apparently.
Who is?
Trent's brother. You know.
Yeah, well, he's his agent, isn't he? That's...
So that's going to be...
Yeah. But the way where I'm at with it is, it seems like people have, there's not one thing people are sort of really, it's like someone's, because it's on a free, or he hasn't come out and told the club earlier, or, you know, when they put the bid in Real Madrid, there's, you know, people are like sort of angry at maybe, say, 3 or 4 different things. I'm not angry about this thing about him going on a free, really. I mean, in an ideal world, Liverpool get 70, 80 million pounds, he can go and reinvest, but I always feel that you can't have it both ways as a supporter, because if Liverpool sign someone on a free in the summer, we'll all be delighted. Yeah. Does that mean his former club should absolutely hate him? And I always think as well, when you're a local player, you don't cost anything. So Trent Alexander-Arnold going on a free is like Virgil van Dijk leaving for 75 million. Yeah. Virgil van Dijk, we'd still break even. Liverpool broke even. So I'm not angry with him going on a free transfer. Would love money to replace him if he moves on. Where I'm at is that I just think as a local player and a Liverpool fan, Liverpool are in a position they have been the last 5 or 6 years where they're competing for the League and the European Cup every year. So if you're a Liverpool fan and a local player, I'm just disappointed that he doesn't think this is it. In terms of like, you could... I'm putting myself in his position where I'd be thinking, we could go level with United here on the leagues. I've got another, say, 7 or 8 years left at Liverpool. I want to get up to 3 or 4 ahead of them. Can we get another couple of European Cups? You know, because I said to you before, we always talk about rivalries, and Liverpool's rivalry is United or Everton or whatever. We never think of rivalry as like European in some ways, and in some ways Real Madrid is a rival. Now, no one's ever going to catch Real Madrid in terms of European Cups. They are the biggest team, most famous team, the biggest club. But Liverpool, I'd be thinking, I'm desperate for Liverpool to get second on that list. AC Milan are on 7 European Cups. Liverpool are on, Jesus Christ, I forgot that. Liverpool are on 6, aren't they? 6. If I was him, I'd be thinking, we've got a great opportunity, going to win the league probably this year, could do this, could do that, and at the end of his time, put Liverpool in a position. But that's just me. I'm disappointed as a Liverpool fan. That's the only thing I look at with it. I'm thinking, you know, Stevie didn't have that.
Why do you think he's leaving?
I think Trent is a player who definitely looks at himself as almost like a brand. And I think that's not just him. I think a lot of players do now. And I go back to an interview he gave on Sky before Christmas, and he said something that didn't go down particularly well with Liverpool supporters. But he was asked, he was given sort of 5 options, like of You know, which would you pick as the most important one for you? Be the captain of Liverpool, win the Champions League with Liverpool, win the World Cup with England, or win the Ballon d'Or? And he chose the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, you know, okay, well, you know, he wanted to be the first fullback that won the Ballon d'Or. So, okay, Maldini's never won the Ballon d'Or, or no fullback. So there's nothing wrong with having ambition and wanting to be the best you can be. But that didn't go down particularly well because...
But can't that be... can't you look at that and say he wants to do so well for himself? If he wins the Ballon d'Or, his team's probably going to be winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the other way around. He
Personal
could say, I'd like to win something like some of them big prizes that we mentioned, and then you get the individual awards on the back of it, not the other way around, Riley. That's the I'd be
but this is what people are not used to in respects of somebody having that kind of...
Isn't he lucky, though, a little bit over the next few months, because the Liverpool, look, they have the league wrapped up. Imagine if it was tight in the league and he was playing and he was making the odd mistake. I think that's where the trouble could be in the last month.
Well, that's where it kicked off, right, wasn't it, when the Man United game, and the reason it kicked off there was because of Real Madrid put a bid in.
That weekend, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's where people think I've you know, people this season maybe thought I had a problem with Salah or Trent. If you actually look at what I've said, my problem has been, don't think about yourself and the team are going for the league. Now, we've been players, you have things with contracts and clubs. I never move, but, you know, things go on and clubs are not always angels, we all know that. Exactly. But my big thing has always been, don't put yourself before the team or the club this season. This is too important. Slot's first season, going for the league.
You think he has done?
No, my point being, where I was upset with Trent then was about Real Madrid putting a bid in. It's like, everyone knows Liverpool aren't going to sell him now. They're going for the league. We all know that. Let's not pretend and just have this big dance about, oh, Real Madrid offered you 20 million. You went for free, but we offered you 20 million. Trent and his people would have known Real Madrid putting a bid in. They don't put the bid in. So my thing was a bit like, stop all the nonsense. If you want to go for free, fine, I've got no problem with that. I'm just disappointed because Liverpool are in a great position in terms of being successful in the future. Michael Owen didn't have that. Stevie never had that. McManaman never had the situation Liverpool are where they're seen as almost like, let's say, the best team.
Yeah.
Right this second, and I have been, or along with City in the last few years, we were always like desperate to be winning what yous were winning, all the leagues, and so you could understand McManaman never played in the Champions League before, or Michael Owen, you know, are we ever going to win the league?
Jamie,
or the European Cup?
What about anything to do with FSG and the fact that they let it get to a place where it's like, because that's what you have to think.
Absolutely.
No, please. No. I've explained this. I've explained this. Stop it. I've explained this a million times. Explained this a million times.
Liverpool are the only club that are allowed to run a player's contract down to zero, but they're still doing okay. Three. But he's explained it, so we're all right. Because from Liverpool, he's explained it. Three of the best players in the world.
You've got to look at that.
Three of the best players in the world have got contracts running out, but Liverpool have still done a great job managing that. I'm sorry, I can't accept that.
Okay, so let me explain it. So, in a normal circumstance, yes, I get it. The hierarchy at Liverpool, who were a big part of Jurgen Klopp, being really successful. Jurgen Klopp won more stuff, got more power. Those people moved away. The last summer of Jurgen Klopp, do you know who Liverpool's sporting director was?
Not have a clue.
So when you're doing all this for the cameras and you'll go viral, you haven't actually got a clue. It was Jurgen Klopp's mate. Basically, my point being is, there was a vacuum. You haven't got a clue what you're talking about. There was a vacuum. No. Listen, you've done your face for you. That'll go out and get make it go big. So what you've got is no.
Just calm this down. SUPERKEEN.
Let's get into the beautiful energy.
So basically,
don't take it there. Come on.
Jurgen Klopp,
well done, FSG.
Has got that much power.
Good job.
Right? Everybody has left. Michael Edwards, not just Michael Edwards, everybody has left. The guy who comes after him, who was Michael Edwards' number 2, was in the job for 6 months and walked away. So what is that telling you what's going on at the top end of the club? That basically there's a vacuum there. They needed to bring a guy in from Germany who did the job in Germany for a lot of, what are you shaking your head at? Middle range.
Let you finish.
Klopp's agent knew him. So but he's out of work, he's not the sporting director. He basically came in for the summer for Liverpool to sign the players that they signed, okay? So the players then are in a situation, and don't forget, Klopp's then, a few months later, announces he's leaving. So the players, number one, I think the older players, Van Dijk and Salah, probably would have been left because they were getting older anyway. But the Trent situation, he's definitely, as we all would, he's used that situation to his own advantage where, how can I sign? Don't know what the new manager's like, how successful are you going to be in the future? So I get that.
He has to use
it. So when we're talking about the actual club, Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes and the people who are there now, they've been sort of left that. Do you understand what I mean?
I'm not having a go at the current people who are there now. I'm having a go at the club over the last 3 years, not seeing 3 of the best players in Europe and in the world being signed up. You could have been the tea lady, the kit man at Liverpool, and made the decision to keep those 3 players and give them a contract.
Okay.
You didn't have to be a sporting director.
So, I know. So what I'm saying is, when you've got players who are 33, 34, did the club come to us with 3 years to go or 2 years to go? No, they didn't. We all know they didn't. So Trent Alexander-Arnold will have been spoken about with a contract. There's no way FSG said, with 12 months to go, should we go? He's used the situation to his own advantage and said, I'm not signing, I don't know how successful the club's going to be, what's the new manager going to be? And he's used that to his advantage.
Look,
and Liverpool find themselves in this situation.
Carrie, you've been a young player at a club that's come through the ranks. You're also not usually treated as well as you should be on contracts. And to be fair, there's probably going to be a lot of that going on as well, I suspect, with Trent.
Listen, we've all been in that situation.
You talk about them getting older, though, but that's different to when we played, wasn't it? Usually people are thinking about retirement when they're 30. These modern lads will be fine for the next 2. I know you should have to negotiate, of course.
But Roy, your contract run down at United. You're one of the first ones, in fact, the only one I ever remember.
Yeah, but again, sorry, but that was accidentally. No, I'd done my cruise ship.
Exactly, so I'm going to make the point. So when the club could have, when you first did your cruise ship, they could have come to you and offered you a healthy contract at that point and probably got you cheaper through believing in you at that point than they did.
100%.
Right, so what I'm saying to you, the club, and I reckon probably a couple of years ago, it might have been the time where Van Dijk was probably going through that patch where he looked a little bit like he might be just teetering a little bit. There's a point, I can't remember when it was, you'll know more than me. And Salah, they thought, well, maybe... So they've looked at him and thought, yeah, we'll wait with you. And the players are probably holding that against them a little bit now. I think, hang on a minute, when you could have come to me 18 months ago,
backfired, definitely.
Yeah, and I think with Trent, it's unforgivable. I mean, let's be clear, whether you're going through a turbulence in the boardroom or not, if you're the owner of the club and you look at Trent 2 years ago, even if you've got disruption in your sporting department, you're looking at it and thinking, we've got to sign him up. He's one of our own.
Yeah, but over the last 12 to 24 months, over the last 12 then all the power then is with the player.
Absolutely.
So this thing about people criticise, and I've said this before, not just about Liverpool. People say, oh, you can't let him go on a free... If a player wants to leave on a free transfer, nobody can stop him. No. You can't. But for a transfer to happen, this thing, if he doesn't sign, we'll sell him. So were Liverpool really going to sell Trent Alexander-Arnold this summer and just sell him? Real Madrid might even want them if it was going to cost them 60, 70 million. And a new manager's going to come in and he's got to fill that right-back position. There was no way in the world Liverpool this summer we're going to say, if you don't sign, we're selling.
Cara, take us back through Trent then. Let's focus on Trent. What was the length of this contract that Trent signed when he signed it?
Well, this was interesting. I saw this on social media. I don't know too much about it, but there was people are saying that, not Trent engineered this, but when he signed a contract, Alisson signed a 6-year one, someone else signed a 5-year one, it may be an Andy Robertson or somebody else, and Trent in the same summer, I think, signed a 4-year deal. And it was just Liverpool fans looking at it thinking, listen, why is he signed a 4 but they've signed longer? Is it almost, you put yourself in a position when you're 26, you can leave on almost like that's the actual, and good luck to him. That's probably
we hammered Harry Kane, if you remember, for signing that 7-year, 8-year deal, and he couldn't get out of Spurs to get to City, could he? Remember?
Yeah.
And we said that was naive. To be fair, Trent signed a 4-year deal. I think he used to sign 4-year deals because we always used to sign 5 and 6s. I remember at the time we were always locked in. Me, Scholesy.
The longest one I signed was when I was 29. I signed a 5-year deal.
Ah, okay.
That's good to get a 5-year deal though, at 29, isn't it?
Yeah, but I was doing okay, Jill, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but usually it's
of course,
30,
that's why Trent, when you're a bit younger, you don't want the 5-6 year deal.
Yeah.
No.
You want obviously a bit shorter, but as you get a bit older, obviously you want a bit more
He's
security.
planned it well for it to coincide with him being 26. I'm sure he didn't plan for the management side of Liverpool to be in disarray at that time, but
No.
like, he's in a position now where...
On the flip,
I think...
And it's not easy, lads. It's easy sitting there going, I'll let you... It's not easy because when you're playing and you're getting offered loads of money by the club, I'm sure they have offered him stuff. And then, you know, there is that, you could break your leg tomorrow, you get a bad injury. So it's not easy.
I think there would feel underappreciated. I'm not saying by Liverpool. I don't think you could say that because, to be fair, Jurgen Klopp always played him. And to be fair, when we were questioning his defending at times, he still continued to play him. And he actually changed the system at one point to put him into midfield and stuff like that, or change the way of playing him. But does he feel underappreciated in this country?
Because people do slate his defending a lot.
We've all been there.
The League Cup final against Newcastle, I think they really missed him in the
did.
attacks and stuff like that. Obviously, we all talk about his defensive, but maybe he does. Like, does he go down as a hero at Liverpool? Does he get a good send-off?
When you say underappreciated, I don't think we've ever spoke about a fullback more than him.
No,
So
but I tell you what, it's not always been positive though. Let's be clear.
I know. So is that wrong?
No, but when we talk
You've been
about
one of the biggest ones.
No,
so
no.
Were you wrong to say that?
No, I said I thought he had to get more serious about his defending. I've said that for constantly, or else it'll cause him a problem. I think it'll cause him a problem at Real Madrid because Valverde, who's playing right back currently, and Carvajal when he's back, he's got some serious competition.
Yeah, people underestimate what good defenders they are.
They are brilliant
Everyone
players,
thinks you
by
go
the
to
way.
Real Madrid and talk about what you do in
He's going to
possession.
find it tough there.
Do you think they're better players than him?
I think Carvajal, to be honest with you, from a balance of going forward and back, the problem is his age. He's 32 years of age and he's got a bad injury. I think Carvajal, for me, is an all-round better full-back than Trent because of what he gives to the team. I think he's unbelievable. I think Valverde, what he's doing at the moment, is unbelievable what he's doing for Real Madrid. So he's got some competition there when he goes. But coming back to Trent, I say he needed to get more serious about his defending. That was proven by the fact he couldn't get in the England team for many, many years. And he's, to be fair, he gets subbed for Liverpool a lot. I've never known a right back get subbed as many times in important periods of the matches at the end. I've never known that. So he has got his challenges, Trent, with the way he plays. But I think it's right that Liverpool fans can feel let down about him leaving. I do think that's right, because as a fan, as a local kid, fans have a right to feel that way. But I also, thinking about it with my David Beckham hat on, thinking about what career Beck's had when he went to Madrid and then he went to play for Milan, and he had the experiences that have led to what he's done since. He wouldn't have had that if he'd have stayed at United. So part of me thinks, since I finished playing football, I feel differently about it. That experience of going to Madrid and having played there is incredible for him.
And would he regret it if he didn't take it? You know, when he retires, I know you were obviously loyal to United, but do you look back and think...
There's always a balancing act, Jill, isn't there?
That
There's always that balancing act for a player at a big club. You're going, do you stay, what are you, local lad or whatever, or do you go, is the grass always greener? But they are amazing experiences for a player, and he's going to Real Madrid. He will be competing. He'll be living in a brilliant city. He'll be getting well paid.
Has Jude Bellingham had a big impact on that? Do you think?
The mates on
He's probably chatting to me, of course. But the biggest compliment we can give Trent is we're all sitting here talking about going to Real Madrid. Not one of us has said, like, we're amazed he's going to Real Madrid. We're thinking, he could go there and hold his own at Real Madrid. There's bits of his game he still want to improve, but you could say that for every player on the planet.
I'd love to watch him
So
play.
that's the biggest compliment we can say. We're not saying, he's going to Real Madrid. Real Madrid taking him. I know I gave him a bit of stick a few months ago.
But what we'll learn very quickly with him at Real Madrid is that when he gets there, he'll realise the levels. Because then, like you say, if the defending is something that we all know that it's one of his weakest points, but if that's the case, he won't play there. You know, whatever we're saying here, it just won't happen, because if you look at Valverde in respect of his passing range and what he can do, Carvajal and his defending and what he can do, you don't need to actually have a player who's there who can do great stuff going forward.
Right,
but
you're right. Because like Tuchemeni goes back to centre back,
Exactly.
Camavinga goes to left back.
I think that the main thing,
players that literally they're just great energy.
So you're saying
levels that he's got to
play.
No,
he won't play.
No,
I'm saying that no. If he goes, can I just say, Gal?
have to play well. This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by Sky Bet.
I remember listening to you when you come back with, obviously, the Valencia stuff, and you spoke to me about how tough some of these away games. I think sometimes there's a feeling in this country that Real Madrid, in La Liga, I know they win the league or they go second every year, that they just go to these away games and win 4 or 5. It doesn't happen.
It's so tough.
So this idea that Trent's going to not be asked questions defensively like he is
will.
in the Premier League, it's like, honestly, this is a top league. And also, Real Madrid expect to win the Champions League every season. If you go to Bayern Munich in a quarter-final and let your team down with a couple of goals, the heat's going to be on. You know, that type of thing. But
it's a
I would have loved to have seen him
love.
playing a few weeks ago against Atletico Madrid. When Real were in that tough games. He'll have huge challenges.
It's a great challenge for him.
Level out of him, though,
great-
mightn't it?
No, but that's
the question, man. But we don't know. That's the
Exactly what I'm
question,
saying,
man.
because like if he's got that, it will shine in that team.
What I love about a player, you're on about having strengths, you're on about a player coming through in your contract. So I like when a player like Trent says, Jamie, you're on about winning trophies at Liverpool and legacies. I like when players are going, no, my legacy is what I'm going to do. And that's learn a new language, playing it toughly. And,
At Real Madrid.
And all his family, we're sitting there questioning his defensive abilities and what will happen. He'll be thinking that as well. Going, but that's a new challenge for him.
But what I
admire players. I go, listen, good. If I was sitting with a player now and he's a chance, I'd be like, and I had these opportunities, I'd be saying, go for it.
But the thing about Liverpool supporters being disappointed right now, as you said, you can get all that. But as I said, the disappointment thing for me is like everything's there as if you're a Liverpool fan, if you're a Liverpool player, to like go on. But I've got he wants to do something different. But what I don't hope happens is that this resentment carries on in terms of like, we hope he doesn't do well at Real Madrid. Because I love people from my own city doing well. And to see someone playing for, like, they are the biggest club in the world. So I'm disappointed from a Liverpool point of view. But once he's gone, I wouldn't want it to be like, oh, I hope he has a nightmare, I hope he does this. I'd love
What if
him
he has
to
a bad
go.
game over the next few months, Jamie? That would be my issue. Will Liverpool fans turning him very, very quick? We always talk about Liverpool fans having a bit of class with the away teams when they win over the years and they'd applaud them off or whatever. All that type. But you'd hate for them to, because that game, it was against United.
Yeah.
They're turning him that day.
They
no, you
turned
could
him on
say
that
they turn
day.
on most players if they're having a bad game. Obviously, they're going to get in his back. But you'd hate for it to get a real resentment towards the lad over the next few months.
I think they turned on him in that game, Roy, because I think they felt it was almost it wasn't so much a poor performance. It looked like a lack of energy and giving it apps. You remember one of the goals where it was like, he was war. I think it was
walking
more.
back in, yeah.
It wasn't so much, he's give a few balls away. It was more a case of actually, are you fighting for the league here with us type of thing? You're not already checked out, have you?
It looked
I think
to
it's
me
that
like
type
he was
of feeling.
struggling that game. I don't know.
I think mentally,
something,
just
there was
something.
definitely something. But that's why I never get turned on your own players, because you want your team to win, don't you? But there was definitely something that game, and I thought in that moment, if you're a football person, something's not right. Like, get behind him. Like, why then hammer him even more?
I want him to go. I want him to go and see the levels. I remember listening to Bex when Bex said when he got in the dressing room, we got there early, and the first people that came in, one was Ronaldo and then Zidane. That's what I want Trent to realise. Then he realised where he is, and then he's got to go somewhere else, because this is what this is about. He wants to go, because Jamie, I hear what you're saying about, being at Liverpool, wanting to beat the United Premier Leagues, wanting to try and catch Real Madrid, but he's thinking, I want to win the
Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or. So he has to go in this dressing room and he has to make an impression. And this is what the challenge is for him. And this is why I think he wants it so badly.
I think the bit about underappreciated before, there's definitely an underappreciation of him, I think, probably from an England perspective, because he doesn't play hardly at all. He's got good competition because of Kyle Walker, Reece James.
You keep saying this, Gary, right? No, I'm not trying to argue, but what I'm saying is, do you think he should play? What I'm saying is, he's the most talked about fullback
we'll come on about
we've ever spoke
we'll
about.
We'll come on
we
to
rave about him on the ball.
But Cara, I've got this thing that, to be fair, you only sometimes realise when their career's finished or when you look back. And I look back at some of the players that England have, to be fair, abused and ruined over a period of 25 years that would have played for every other country that basically win tournaments. When I think about England winning a tournament, which we haven't done for 70 years, whatever it is, right? We have to have great players on the ball in every single position. There's no other country would not play Trent Alexander-Arnold, in my opinion. Now, we're a country that've got good right-backs, let's be clear, but we will pick a defensively strong right-back, and we've probably fuelled that as well around this table, over a lad that can pass a ball better than any player you've ever seen at that position. So my point is, I do feel like, and we'll come on to Foden shortly, who's another one that I can see going down the Scholes route of basically now being, he don't play the same for his club, and we're saying all the same things. These are players who, to be fair, should probably be appreciated more than they are. They're not. And only England can do that.
Hang on.
Only England could do that.
Happens in other countries.
You've consistently said Kyle Walker should be right back for England.
What do you mean I've consistently said?
Over the last 10 years,
I've said
6 or 7 years.
I've said we fuel the problem around this table.
Who's wrong then?
No, my point is that obviously Gareth wanted to pick Kyle Walker. I think we would probably all pick Kyle Walker around the table, but I think England are a country that do abuse players who have got unbelievable talent that other countries would even, they just get them in straight away.
What, Glenn Hoddle? Like the gaffer?
Glenn Hoddle, Paul Scholes.
Paul Scholes by a foreign manager. Wasn't even an English manager. Ericsson.
But England team, I'm not talking about who was the manager at that time. My point is we do have a habit of shooting ourselves in the foot with these talented players.
The new England manager said already he's about having the best team, not about the best players.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's obviously going to leave out a lot of talented players.
And then you say about Liverpool fans, I think Liverpool fans maybe are a little bit quicker on him than they would be on someone like, say, Carragher or Stevie Gerrard or one of the other lads. No, but my point is that, to be fair...
Is that maybe his running style?
You think the crowds are quicker on Trent than they were on me?
No.
You are joking.
Cara, my point is I think there's a greater love towards you, Stevie, Robbie Fowler, than there is to... You know this, by the way. Are you denying this? You don't think there's a... You don't think...
What about Michael Owen? You don't make
Jamie, your point.
Michael's probably in the same... Michael's in the same sort of sphere as Trent.
Yeah.
That basically those two players don't get the same level of love from Liverpool fans.
Where are you getting this from? You've said it's coming from
Jamie,
me.
sorry, Mike, can I just... Are you trying to make out the lads didn't get stick when they appreciate it? When they retired, maybe.
He's got a big mural outside Anfield.
Oh, you've all got fucking murals. Fucking, if you haven't got a mural in Liverpool, you fucking do it.
Harry's got one in Liverpool.
Honestly.
The song for him, the Scouser in our team, I had to get to 27 before I got a song.
My point is, I think...
You're talking someone you don't know.
You don't think... I think you've been ignorant here now, because you don't think Liverpool... If I put a poll up tomorrow of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Michael Owen, you, Stevie, Robbie Fowler, I know who'd come in the bottom two. It'd be Trent Alexander-Arnold and Michael Owen.
Explain to me where you're getting this from. You don't live in Liverpool, you don't know Liverpool.
Okay, am I wrong?
But I think you're wrong.
Okay.
There's nobody... Right,
let's do a poll. Let's do a poll.
No.
Who do Liverpool fans love the most? Carragher, Owen, Gerrard.
I tell you what.
Let's do a poll.
Do a poll.
Do the poll before the Real Madrid stuff started. Let's do that poll before the Real Madrid stuff started.
They were at him in January against United. They were at the...
He's been playing for Liverpool for 8 years.
Right, OK.
It is the loyalty,
Honesty.
isn't it?
I'm not saying they don't like him. I'm
Honestly.
saying there's a little bit less love than there is for you. I'm not saying they don't like him. Well, you're misreading this.
No,
I'm saying...
I can assure you, the love for Trent Alexander-Arnold as a player for Liverpool from the age of 18 to 26 was 10 times what it was for me from my age of 18 to 26. I can absolutely assure you of that one.
OK.
Jesus.
We all dream of a team of Carragher.
We'll go back
I got that when I was 28. We won the European Cup. Jeez, that's what it took for me.
Nice one.
Isn't it weird?
Honest to
But
God.
if he left for big money, the fans wouldn't be so bad. Isn't that a weird kind of concept to look at? Because he's leaving on a free, there's a bit more anger towards him.
Fucking hell. Most hated man in Liverpool knows everything about Liverpool. Go on.
I don't think I'm wrong in anything that I've just said in the last
Stick by
hour.
what you're saying, Gal.
No, coming on to it, at the end of the season, it will leave Liverpool with a huge hole if those three players leave the club on a free, right? Because they won't have the money that they would get from to be able to replace them. And those, I reckon there's probably minimum, there's probably £250 million worth of talent in those three to replace. You're talking about probably the best striker in Europe, you're talking about the best centre-half in Europe, and you're talking about probably one of the best...
Surely, they'd have players lined up.
No, but my point is, though, Roy, I'm just saying, even for Liverpool, as good as they've been with recruitment, that is £250 million of hole with those three players.
Liverpool.
Now, obviously, they've been good in recruitment, so they could replace them, but that is a hell of a thing for Arne Slot to have to deal with. They're going to have a great time in the next few months, but there will be a thing of what we're going to do with these three.
But is that not exciting with these lads leaving? I know brilliant players, but it come the summer, Liverpool must have players lined up. They must have deals lined up.
No, I think if they were all staggered, leaving one year after another, but to lose three at once...
It's huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's even Salah's goals. When I even mentioned his goals.
Who comes in, do you think?
Oh, no. I mean, listen, the team they've got there now, they're almost like this mythical sort of people, even from the support. We've got Michael Edwards back and all this stuff, they should have a lot of money to spend because they haven't spent basically in the last sort of couple of years, really. But, I mean, Gary goes through these spells at this time of the season, every season, where he has to make himself feel like Liverpool are on the down. Klopp's gone. You should have seen him when we were skiing when Klopp had gone. Yeah. Oh my God, when Klopp had gone.
He was crying. The Carragher's were crying on the slopes.
He was like, use it done.
They wore black armbands on the slopes.
Yeah. I did a black slope that day.
He bought a big Don Julio bottle of tequila, right? They were feeding shots in the bar. They were absolutely bladdered and they were literally crying, a lot of them. There were 8 of them, honestly.
Were you on holiday
But he was like,
I just bumped into him.
Is that what he was saying?
You're done.
In Courchevel.
Honestly, he's been thinking it for years. He can't get his head around now. How have Liverpool been still this successful? And they haven't just spent under 200 million like Man United.
It's a Salah Van Dijk and
I know. You're done.
Because it's Salah and Van Dijk.
They've got a good right back.
Yeah, but Salah and Van Dijk.
Okay, well, that's 2 then. So narrow it down. They have to go and get 2.
Yeah, 2.
What about the League Cup? Were you disappointed with that, Liverpool?
Yeah, James.
I thought, don't mention the League Cup.
It was a great day for Newcastle.
Yeah, I could tell on commentary. Take it to the corner, What are you doing? Fucking hell, honestly. Good job I was at the side of the pitch because I had a fucking
It's the corner.
Was he saying that to the Newcastle players, girl? Get it to the corner.
In a Newcastle accent.
Honestly. Take it to the corner. What are they doing?
What else did you say? I've never felt a shake like that before.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Was
it?
it?
The atmosphere was brilliant.
Newcastle fans.
No, but to be fair, look, you knew on the day that apart from if you were a Liverpool fan, it was a pretty special day. I think everyone in the country felt good about that. Newcastle won a trophy for 70 years in this country.
It was a lovely feeling.
It was unbelievable.
It was the same as West Ham winning that
slight
conference.
exaggeration to everyone in the country.
Yeah.
Sorry. But the fans up behind us there to the left, Newcastle, honestly, if you just in their face, they're screaming, the veins in their necks are pulling. It's like they've never felt like that in their lives. It was unbelievable.
People have said about this season, sometimes people have started saying, oh, the league's not that good, or it's not being this, or different things. But, if you started the season, you probably said, what do you want? we wanted a different winner, didn't we, than City, something different.
Just not.
I mean, you want other...
I didn't.
Just not this one.
No, but you want clubs who haven't sort of...
Closer.
If you'd have said Newcastle are going to win 70 years, and I think the FA Cup's in a situation where, like, I know you'll think we're having a go with City, but if City don't win it, I think there's 3 or 4 clubs who've never won the FA Cup before, and then you've got
Bournemouth are in it. Villa, are they still in it?
Villa haven't won a trophy, I think, for
Palace.
30 years.
Preston.
So what I'm saying is,
75,
if you could have you'd have a different Premier League winner, and then you'd have the 2 domestic cups are won by teams who've not...
Like it used to be.
Yeah, that'd be-
Football's
that's
the winner.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, but it is. It's like...
Football's the winner.
I say that all the time. Teams go too long without winning things. It's not good for
Who
the
do you think
game.
will win it? Who do you say?
I'd
Bournemouth.
love a Bournemouth or a Fulham.
I want Villa to win
I
it.
want. I'd like. Yeah.
I want Villa to win the trophy.
For Unai Emery, he's
Yeah,
such a good
I want Villa
job.
to win the
yeah.
trophy. To take City on, you're probably going to have to be a Villa. I mean, I just think...
But City have got Bournemouth away.
Yeah.
At the week.
That's a difficult one.
Are you doing that?
isn't it?
Where are you at weekend?
Yeah.
Bournemouth?
Bournemouth.
Oh, what's a long trip together? Oh, no, you...
Oh,
I'll meet you down there.
road trip.
You've always worked
Take a
together
few quid
now.
out of that.
Yeah, so
You've
It's a
always
brand. It's a
together.
brand.
Yeah.
Right, he's got his contract. He's got to work with me. We're like Ant and Dec.
I did see something though, saying because obviously the fixtures resumed, don't they, on the Wednesday, and they were like, "Will they rest people?" I'm like, "How can you talk about resting people for
Yeah,
the
it's
FA
ridiculous.
Cup?" Like, I know obviously Forest are going for Champions League and stuff, but your legacy when you finish, it's not qualified for Champions League in 2006. It's you won the FA Cup. I couldn't
Liverpool
believe
Everton
it.
coming up. Is that
Yeah.
next week?
Yes.
Wednesday, yeah.
Next week. Next week. Well, that's a good game for Liverpool
Massive
to
game.
get
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they
back
could get
up and
themselves
running.
back.
Good atmosphere. Good, night game.
good. You think it'd be great after the last
Yeah,
game?
yeah.
It's just
Should be bouncing.
just a farewell trip for Van Dijk, Salah and Trent. Just
Goodbye,
enjoy
yeah.
That'd be a tough
The end
one,
of
Jay,
Liverpool
wouldn't it?
Last 10 games.
That'd be a
Last 10
tough game.
games for
Everton
the
have
club,
kind of
so-
like...
Yeah.
Obviously, that'd be a tough
Moyes
game.
has
You'll
done
be
brilliant,
there.
hasn't he? I made up with David Moyes going back to Everton. He feels like it's his club. It's just, he's
New stadium for Everton next
yeah,
year.
yeah. It looks amazing.
Does it? Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, I think Liverpool will win next Wednesday and they absolutely will win the league. But
But
would it,
Just let it go.
If Everton, no,
Let
if
it
Everton
go.
were to win,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
won't happen. But if Everton were to
honestly.
win,
No, you're right.
No, what I'm
you're
saying
right.
is, no, hang on. I think Liverpool are going to win the league. Relax.
Yeah.
And I think you'll win it well, and it'll be an
Yeah, yeah,
unbelievable
yeah.
achievement.
Okay, you've given him enough.
Yeah.
No, but would there be a bit of a sort of like a bit of a if Everton beat them?
Of course. You can't just...
This keeps him going.
Yeah, but what, it has to.
I think
Everton might do something because obviously
I'm trying to.
You've got to think that Everton are going to do something.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by Sky Bet. Sky Bet are supporting the British Heart Foundation with the creation of a nationwide charity event inspiring fans across the nation to learn CPR. Spanning 4 weeks, the Sky Bet EFL Every Minute Matters relay consists of 2 simultaneous 2,000-kilometre routes, starting at Barrow in the north and Plymouth in the south, taking in every EFL club with people running, walking or cycling each leg. It's all in effort of getting 270,000 football fans trained in life-saving CPR by this season's playoffs. So please donate just 15 minutes to learn CPR using the British Heart Foundation's Reviver tool. That's all it takes. Sky Bet in partnership with the British Heart Foundation, 18+, begambleaware.org. We're going to do a little bit on Thomas Tuchel's England. You two were there in midweek. I'm going to ask a simple question. His first games, who were the winners and who were the losers in terms of the...
Players?
Players, yeah. Who were the winners and who were the losers?
Well, obviously, the big plus the other night was James. You think James doing well? The fullback?
Yeah, he'd do the goal. I think Miles
What a
was
free
Skelly,
kick.
obviously.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Skelly was
Lewis
excellent.
Skelly's
The 2 fullbacks done well, yeah. I didn't see anything too different, but that's because the games were easy. That's the problem for England. In their group games, Serbia might be obviously a tough game, but the games are going to be like that. They're going to be dead easy. So,
But even the
I don't think you'll-
friendlies have got lined up. Like, I think when we're playing, no disrespect, but like Wales in a friendly,
Yeah,
like I think
Senegal
we
in
need
the
to be
summer
playing
team.
against like the Germany, the Spains.
but even then, it's a
because-
friendly, Gillis, one of the same.
I know, but I go back when we won the Euros, not to mention it, but that year...
Don't mention it, it's
we,
massive.
Is that when you
No.
swore?
yeah. But like we played against top opposition that year, and like you beat, say, the likes of Germany, and then you go into the tournament, you've got the belief, you're like, girls, let's just
Yeah.
go and do what
Yeah,
we
but
did
at the same
a few months
time-
ago. You need to be tested.
And remember, this new manager's come in on the back of England getting to a final of a tournament. He's not coming with it's going to be disarray. He's got to tweak things over the next, obviously, year and a
18
half.
months.
And his first
I'm
tough
excited
game
about
would
it,
be a knockout game at the World Cup.
Yes.
Did the centre-backs worry you a little bit in the sense? I know they didn't concede a goal, but there was a couple of bit scabby at times, weren't little
That can
things?
happen when you're playing lesser teams. I think that's that concentration level, isn't it? You can pick for just
That's exactly right, yeah.
I think it's just
Because
concentration
I think you could look at someone like Konsa and Mark Gahey, that I'd be quite confident with them two.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
You know what I mean? I think in Gahey, the way he can play.
I like him,
constantly
yeah.
defensively, you know what I mean? I think that if it came down to it and them two had to play, I wouldn't be like, oh no, what are we going to do with our defence? Especially if, like we say, Miles Lewis-Skelly's playing on the left, he inverts him. It looks kind of solid.
Against top opposition.
We'll have to see. Yeah, but we'll have to see, because what else we got at the minute?
True enough.
Do you think it's harsh leaving Foden out?
No.
Oh, the Foden one frustrates us so much. Oh, he's not an out-and-out winger. Like
Where'd you
at
play him,
City,
Jill?
no, because can I just say, at City, at City though.
Where'd you play him?
The same agent.
Only
No,
English
but-
people ask that.
No, but
Only
the-
English people ask that
no,
about
but-
these players.
What are you
No,
talking
the
about?
system.
Where would you play him?
Oh my God.
No, stop saying, oh my God, for
He's got-
thinking.
What I'm saying to you is...
Where would you put him?
No, what I'm saying to you
He's
is...
played every position for England. He hasn't done it.
Yeah.
We all love him.
Right.
He's amazing for Man City.
What we do is...
He hasn't done it for England.
What we do is...
Stop saying, oh my God, every time we speak.
We treat him like a used car. We basically...
He's not a used car. He hasn't done enough for England. He got picked ahead of Saka before Saka. He was in the England team before Saka. He was in the England team before Bellingham. Those two grabbed their chance and took it, and there's no way they're getting left out.
Louder.
So tell me where he's playing.
So-
You're
Louder,
the England
so-
manager. You've been on the coaching staff. Tell me where he's playing.
So what happens with players like Phil Foden is because they're more flexible and a bit more versatile, because Bellingham has to play where he plays.
How can he be
and-
flexible, guy, when he can't? He's not doing it for England.
hasn't done it for
20
England.
games, no
Right,
goals, no
exactly.
assists. How can he be more flexible?
Right, what I'm saying to you is
In
because he
the ten.
basically is flexible, he does get moved around. You play him number 10, then you play him left wing, then you play him right wing, and you move him around. It happens with players like that. Scholes the
He's
second.
lucky they're moving him around, because if you'd been just judging in one position, he wouldn't play or have as many
Yeah.
caps.
Where would you
We
play him
all
then?
we
This
all
is what
love
I'm saying,
Phil
Gav.
Foden.
10.
Yeah, he can't
Phil
play
Foden's
10.
a brilliant
No, I'm asking,
player.
where would you
You
play
can't
him?
play him in 10 for England, in front of
Exactly.
Jude.
No.
Yeah, but he's...
That's
if-
why I'm asking him.
No, but I think but if you're playing three in midfield, you could play with Foden
Yeah.
and Bellingham. You could play with why could
tried that.
Right? Why could against Latvia or whoever they played the other day before that? Why could they not play Bellingham?
Albania.
Bellingham and Foden in there.
What do
He
you
could
mean?
have done with the manager
What, two-
something different.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You've asked me where I would play him. I'm saying in those games.
What do you
why
mean?
would
It's a 10, a second 10?
Yeah, 2. That's his
It's
best
a normal
position.
system. It's 4-3-3. It's not. I'm not coming up with a system here that's wild. It's two players in front of Declan Rice.
Don't say 2-10.
It's two number 8s or 10s, whatever you want to call it. It's basically that one. Why can't Foden and Bellingham play here?
Yeah.
Like
And-
Silva,
and-
hang on,
and then-
David Silva.
Why do you think Foden has to play,
David
don't you?
David Silva and De Bruyne did it for years at City. No one said, and Fernandinho was behind them. No one said, oh, they're shit. That's a bad system. We're open.
So would you play that in a big game in a tournament, would you?
Oh, man,
I
you just
would-
asked me where I play him. I've told you where I play him.
Against Latvia.
Question.
Yeah, but Gal, what you
And-
judging it off? What's he done in, like, we're talking about 20
He did
games,
nothing
no
for
goals?
When he gets a run
Nothing.
of
Some
games
stage,
in
we're
the
talking
10,
about
he's a
England level.
great player.
People
playing well for
like,
City.
people like Morgan Gibbs White is
I'm
waiting
saying
for an
that's your
opportunity.
idea. That's the
Even,
game,
you
but
know,
his form's not
even
great,
Morgan
Jay.
from
Morgan Rogers.
Morgan Rogers. I think I would try. I would want to try them in that position.
If we
because Phil has not done
if we
enough.
demean and rubbish Phil Foden into someone that basically is in the same level as the players that you just mentioned, I think that's where we're going
But
with
we're
this.
not doing
no,
that.
no,
We're
no,
just
no,
going
no,
off
no,
of the facts of what he's done in the
Right,
last
It's about
Gary,
not
there's
picking
form
the
coming to
best
it.
players.
What about form?
We've had
Does
this-
form
we've
come
had this-
into it?
well, it's the age-old thing with England,
No.
right? Some
Absolutely
players have to be informed to play. Other players will get played irrespective of the club form. So managers with England for the years have been to 8 tournaments, and I know how they think. Is that ultimately Harry Kane doesn't matter whether he scored in his last 5 games for his club, he's going to play for England.
Right.
Yeah.
Fact. Shearer didn't score all the way up to the Euros. Les was never going to play. Fowler was never going to play. It's going to be Shearer because he's just Shearer, right? Foden should be that player for me. That
Oh, what are you talking
No,
about?
I agree
You
with
are
him.
What, in
talking
front,
Okay,
in front of
okay,
Bellingham,
okay.
in front
Sure,
of
Gary.
Salah.
No, not in front of Bellingham.
Yeah, but then
So
you're
tell
saying-
me, so
So
I just told you where he played.
Yeah.
I just told you where he played.
So he's going to play
Well,
as a
tell you
number
again.
8.
Okay,
As a number
thank
8.
you.
A position he doesn't even play for Man City. Yeah? He
plays off the front for
No,
City
he
quite a
doesn't.
lot.
He doesn't.
He played
plays
that
wide.
week off
City,
Haaland.
He
he
plays wide
played
all
that
the time.
City playing wide,
He plays
but
lots of
the,
different
He
positions.
played off
Okay.
Haaland. He played off Haaland the other week.
Let me finish. You're saying we keep moving him around. He gets moved around for City. He plays on the left, he plays on the right, he plays on the middle. Yeah? So stop talking about this. He gets moved.
Okay, he
He's
gets moved-
lucky he gets moved
Right,
around.
okay, he gets
because
moved
in the
around for
summer,
City.
I haven't stopped talking.
Oh,
In the
okay.
summer, basically, Gareth Southgate looked at Foden and was like, he's the best player in the Premier League. I've got to find a place for him. But he's not done enough in an England shirt better than Saka to play there. He's not done enough more than Bellingham in an England shirt to play there. So everyone's saying, why are they playing Phil Foden on the left? They're playing him there because they're trying to get him in somewhere.
No.
Because What do you mean, no?
That
They did. They
context. Honestly, trust. Look, I played.
You've been an England coach. You played Eric Dyer, holding midfield.
Right.
Who were these fantastic players at the time that you didn't play?
Right. In the summer,
and England players didn't.
In the
play
summer, the context of the context of Foden, having been at the tournament and watched him, was that he was playing on the left. Right. He was told to play wide at that time at one point, and the next time he was coming inside. However, he had he had no left back. Right. So basically, what happened in the summer? He kept basically playing with Trippier at left back, and Trippier kept coming inside, and he never got any service, any delivery. The balls into him was shit, right? Honestly, the context of how you fit him into a team, in my opinion, I maybe have a higher opinion of Phil Foden than people around this table.
I don't think you do.
No, I've got a higher opinion.
With City, you've got some of the best players in the world, to be honest with you. So I can see why sort of half gets moved around a bit for City. City are a lot better than England, by the way, let's be clear. For him to get in that City team as he does is an absolute feat in itself because of how good they've been for 5 years, winning trebles and all the rest of it. So for England, in my opinion, he is a level with Bellingham. That's where I see it.
But I do think Phil Foden, when I watch him play, he seems like a shy lad, which is fine. Everyone is different. I don't think he's almost got that arrogance on the pitch for England that I see Bellingham. I think that holds him back a little bit. But this thing about him, he's been tried in every position.
I saw England doing this with Paul Scholes. We're doing exactly the same with Phil Foden.
Can I just say though,
who should Scholes have played for England then?
Pardon?
So. People always say this about him playing.
Do you want me to give you a position for him as well?
No, Paul Scholes has been on this show and sat here.
Okay.
Paul Scholes himself said it.
Right, okay.
He said, I played there a lot. He said it wasn't a problem. I played there a lot for Man United. I wasn't playing well enough at the time.
But read between
That's
the lines.
why Lampard and Gerrard come in.
Read between the lines.
Well, maybe he's being really humble and he's telling lies.
He is being humble.
Okay.
Let me just fill you in on Paul Scholes. So when Paul Scholes played with Glenn Hoddle and we played with 3 at the back, 2 wing-backs, and we played with 3 in midfield and 2 up top, Paul Scholes was perfect in that 3 in midfield. He had 3 centre-backs behind him. He played his best football for England because he had a position to play in. We played with Sven. We were rigid 4-4-2. Absolute rigid. You know that, and that's a fact, right? If we'd have played 4-3-3, right, Paul Scholes wouldn't have been the holding player at that point in his career, but he would have been one of the ones in front. So Steven Gerrard might have been there, Lampard might have been there, and Scholes might have been there, and that might have been a 3 in midfield with Scholes in it. So that's where he would have played, and we abused him for fucking years, and ended up retiring him to the point whereby, because the system 4-4-2 was rigid and we weren't going to change it. If Glenn Hoddle had stayed as manager, Paul Scholes would have played 100 times for England.
Okay, so you know this. We always talk about this, the golden this team of 2004, 2006, and stuff like that. So 4-3-3. Who's the other front 3? Who's the front 3?
Oh my goodness gracious.
I just want to know, Gary.
So is David Beckham. So if you play 4-3-3, is David Beckham a right winger?
I've given you my system.
So Wayne Rooney, who was the player of the tournament 2004, is he going on the left or does Michael Owen go on the left wing?
I've given you my system before,
Who's going where?
Cara, I've given you my system before.
Well, tell me who's going on the left wing.
Okay, Cara, do you want me to go back through
No,
this?
I'm
Now you'll tell me.
So you're taking Wayne Rooney out of the middle?
I'm not taking Wayne out of the middle.
Do you want me to give you the team?
Yes, please.
Do you want me to give you the team in hindsight?
The only goal scorer?
I don't know. I can't have Michael Owen on the left. I
can't, Liam.
Right, I'll give you the team.
Go on, give us the team.
Right, it's Owen and Rooney up front. It's Gerrard, Scholes and Lampard in midfield. It's Ashley Cole at left wing back. It's David Beckham at right wing back, and then you've got Sol Campbell, John Terry, and Rio Ferdinand. That's the team I would have picked, and maybe I might have suffered. I might have gone in on the odd time as right centre back instead of one of those 3 lads to go out behind Becks. The reality is that's the system we should have played with that squad because we had the 2 best players up front, we had the 3 best players in midfield, and we had 3 unbelievable centre backs, and we had good wing backs.
Might have got a game.
Right, we had unbelievable. He's gone fucking quiet, hasn't he? Because he knows that's right.
You just said 4-3-3 before that.
For Foden, you absolute tool.
You said about Scholes and fucking Ericsson.
I'm just talking about Foden and Bellingham now. I'm not talking about the system for the golden generation to get Scholes.
Can I be honest? That team you just put out there.
Not a bad team, is it?
Great team.
Glenn Hoddle's team.
Do you think that might win a tournament?
I
might have done.
so.
No,
I'm not sure.
What, that team? No goalkeeper?
No.
Oh, yeah.
So you need a decent goalkeeper.
He did a bigger goalkeeper.
Who's in goal? I'm finishing this episode.
but who's in goal?
Probably who's in goal?
Well, obviously, with David James or Paul Robinson.
Exactly. You're not winning any tournament with them two.
Can I just say, I do agree with Gary.
Wake it up on your Thursday morning.
I think Foden in a 10 is one of the best technical players. I agree with them. 2 10s, 2 8s, whatever you want to call it. The way City play, everything is operated towards the winger coming inside, so that's why he shines in that position. If you're in the 8, you make a corner run, when the winger comes inside, you step inside so that the winger comes inside. He's not an out-and-out winger, but I do agree in them 2 advanced positions. He is technically on the half turn with with his through balls.
I-
world
But
class.
wherever he's playing, he's
I-
not
World class.
playing well.
But he's not a winger.
I love
Tuchel
Phil
wants
Foden.
us out
He should still
But
impose
he
something
hasn't
on the
got
game.
the
No.
pace and-
Go on.
Phil Foden this season, he was player of the year last year. We all voted for him as player of the year.
Right.
City, we know, have dropped
For
off.
City.
For
Yeah,
City,
yeah.
and that's unbelievable. That's City playing at the best. City have dropped off this season because players who have been legends there are not the same players. So say like Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne. I've been waiting for a long time, and I go back to when David Silva left. I've been disappointed with Foden this year. Not because he hasn't played. We all have seasons where he don't play as well or different games. The personality of going, this is my team now. There's no De Bruyne's leaving in the summer. Bernardo Silva's like, this is your year. It's like, okay, the team manager's but I'm going to like lift it a bit. I'm the man. I'm the guy.
That's the
But
that's
I
the
don't
Phil
think
Foden we
City
need to
have
see
been playing
now.
well, have they? So
Okay.
it's been hard
I know,
to
but sometimes-
Go back to it, lad. It's not about playing the best players either. You've got to get the right team. You've got to get the
Yeah.
balance
So it's
right.
a simple question for you all. So are you happy that you think Phil Foden shouldn't play for England at this moment in time? Is that
I don't think he should be an automatic. And
No.
again,
No, Phil Foden shouldn't be in the team at this moment in time. If England were starting, so if England were playing tomorrow in the first game of a World Cup, Phil Foden wouldn't play. Is that what we're
Not
saying?
in the current
No.
climate.
No.
Okay.
I'd start him in midfield.
Of course he would.
I would.
I can't wait
You're
to look
City-
at
I think
he's a great lad.
What's the problem?
What
I think he's a
England
great
team
lad.
that Gary picked with Roy?
Honestly.
Right, no, so seriously, he's gone quiet since. He said, where would you get Scholes into the team and how would you fit
You
him
said
in?
4-3-3.
No, hang on a minute.
You said
Sorry,
4-3-3.
just slow
And
down.
that's what I was talking about.
Slow down. I said 4-3-3 for Phil Foden to get in this England team. You asked them about the golden generation, how Scholes would get in. I said that team with the three centre-backs we had, Campbell, Terry and Ferdinand, with Ashley Cole at left wing-back, David Beckham at right wing-back, and then you've got Gerrard,
Great team.
Lampard, Scholes,
It's a
and
great
Owen,
team.
Owen and Rooney.
fine.
That, to me, would have been a team that I think
fine.
we've had a great chance and a better chance of winning the tournament and getting the best out of Scholes. That's what I think. But that's on reflection. I didn't think that at the time, but that's on reflection. Looking back now, I think Glenn Hoddle had it right with the squad that we had. He would have been better off keeping that type of system.
That was a great team that you named, to be fair.
It's only obvious 20 years later, 15 years later, that that's what we should have done with these players that we had. At that we had other good centre-backs like Carragher. I could have played right centre-back. There was other players that could have fit into that system in the right way. Kieran Dyer was a great right wing-back at that time, by the way. Really good. There was another good left back behind Ashley Cole.
Phil Neville. No, but
Right.
you say about, and I think it's a little bit arrogant. No, I think we always say, almost, but if Sven would have done this or this man.
No, I'm not saying it's arrogant, I'm just saying it on
this
reflection.
idea that like we would have won something.
On reflection.
No, but
On
he's
reflection.
not would have won something. But like the team,
Brazil-
what he's named there, Jamie.
I know, but the France team was
would have
well
won
better.
something.
Yeah.
The Brazil team was better. It's like,
Yeah, but that team would have been
Sorry.
good.
Can I just pick you up on a statement he's just said there? He said the France team was a lot better, right? 2004, right? We tore absolute France to shreds for most of the game,
tore them
right?
to shreds.
He wasn't part of our team. He was. So,
You're not
sorry.
going to win today.
So with that,
I've been away for a few weeks.
France,
No, Jamie,
France,
I'm
France, in,
grateful.
France in 2004, to be honest with you, we were the equal of them. There's no doubt about that at that time. So I don't believe at that time France were a better team than us. So that tournament was there for the taking. Let's be clear, we didn't do enough.
If
to
Wayne
do it.
weren't injured.
We
Wayne
didn't.
hadn't
We
got
didn't.
injured,
We
I think.
didn't do enough. But it's not arrogance to say I think we could have won that tournament.
but
I know.
I
In
hear
Euro
other
'96 in
players.
that tournament, we could have done something in that
No,
tournament.
but
I know what we're playing against.
I just think sometimes when I hear players who were in those squad at the times, they always say, they're always blaming the manager.
No,
and I
Cara,
think
I'm not-
sometimes
there's no
look at
blame.
yourself as a player.
Cara, there's no
and look-
blame.
No, but I think it's easy.
We
to
played
go,
against France and Portugal in that tournament in 2004, and in Euro '96 we played against good teams as well. I know we were the equal of the winners of that tournament. We played against Germany, the eventual.
you were lucky 96 against Spain.
0-0, but won on penalties.
Hey, look at it.
Well, with a bit of luck, thank you. But I mean,
Of
that's
course, I know you're making you better than every team in the tournament.
Yeah.
right. That's the episode
Yeah,
of
nice
Six
one.
Football this
I'm
week.
not getting any better.
Oh, have you go on, finish off.
No,
Sorry,
no,
you've got something else to say.
No,
Sorry, go on.
No, can't be
No, go on.
Go on, James. Just finish
Well,
off.
the two good teams we played in the tournament in Euro 2004, France beat us, and we didn't beat Portugal. And the other teams we played, who were they?
Exactly.
So I think this idea that we would have won.
No, I didn't say we
done
would.
well.
I said we had a great chance of winning.
We played against two good teams, drew one and lost one.
Well done, everybody.
Well done.